Hi, welcome to Talking Text. Our passage is Luke chapter 4 and from verse 5. And the devil took him up and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time, and said to him, To you I will give all this authority and their glory, for it has been delivered to me, and I give it to whom I will. If you then will worship me, it will all be yours. And Jesus answered him, It is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him alone shall you serve. In this temptation, we see Jesus being tempted with glory and authority, tempted to take a shortcut to receive all authority over the nations and all their glory. So often we are tempted in the same way, to take control, to take authority for ourselves, to take glory for ourselves. Adam and Eve were tempted like that. They wanted to be like God. They wanted to take that authority for themselves and that glory for themselves. And Jesus here again shows his sufficiency, and he does not break under the pressure of this temptation to take authority for himself, but he entrusts himself to God, to the authority and the sovereignty of God. And he says to Satan, I will not worship you, I will not give over to you, but I will worship God alone. I will submit to God alone. We don't overcome this kind of temptation by purely, again, just throwing scripture bombs at it. We overcome the temptation to take control and authority for ourselves by beholding the perfection and the beauty of Jesus' kind and gracious authority over all things as the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. When we behold his authority, we find it more beautiful, and so it's easy to surrender. It is the beginning of our greatest joy and peace to surrender to the authority of Jesus, because I realize that everything that I take control of, I will ultimately do a worse job at wielding that authority and wielding that control than he will. It will actually slowly break down and become worse. But when I surrender to Jesus, it's the beginning of my joy and my peace. And so I want to encourage you, if you struggle in the area of giving into taking control and grabbing things for yourself and seeking glory for yourself, begin to see Jesus, ponder Jesus, behold him, and begin to learn to trust that his authority and his glory is way more beautiful, way better, way more joyful, way more peaceful than anything that you or I could ever produce on ourselves. Be blessed, and thanks for letting the text talk.